I'll make her, but the same size as him. Alright, now I have this shape that I'm going to be making into her face. So, just gonna draw in the details and I'll pick this back up when I do so. Alright, I have her face done, or at least all the drawing part's done. So now I just have to color in her eyes and add the details like her freckles and her blushies. And then color it in, and we'll be pretty much almost done with the head by that point. Because the sunflowers are really easy to make head-wise. Is just going to be the exact same thing as making the regular sunflower, but big. This is just how you can just already tell how big she's going to be just by looking at the head, so you know. I didn't get to see how big Chomper was going to be from the beginning because I was making Chomper in multiple pieces. As for Sunflower, is different because her head is the majority of, or like her face is the majority of her head. So I can already tell how big she's gonna be. So yeah, I'll pick this back up when I have her eyes colored and maybe some other details. All right, I got the eyes down. Now I just have to give her freckles, which are subtle but not too subtle. They're subtle enough for you to not notice them the first time, but just not subtle enough, I guess, for lack of better words, to the point where, wait, what? There's not subtle enough to the point where you can see them, but subtle enough to the point where you won't see them the first time you look at the Garden Warfare sunflower. So I'm gonna give her freckles with a pencil because I feel like that's what's gonna work. So now I just gotta get rid of the imperfections. Alright, I fixed all the freckles, which took way too long. I gave her blushies, and now I have to color her face, so you can see. You couldn't hear it, but I was just listening to It's Going Down Now from Persona 3 Reload. I highly recommend listening to it. I did mess up right here on the eye, on the eyelid, so I'm just gonna erase that. So now I have the face of the the face of the sunflower done. So now I'm just gonna duplicate this, and so that way I have the back, and then I'll make some petals. So I'll cut to that. All right, here it is. Hi, Opal! Alright, now I have her face and then the back of her head. So now I'm going to have to make the petals. So I'm gonna go cut those out, and I'm gonna put as many as I possibly can. Alright, I'm gonna use this to cut out the petals. Hopefully these won't turn out that bad. This is gonna be harder because the petals are smaller and like proportionately to the head, so it's gonna be a bit harder to apply every petal. And now I have to color each of these individually, and I have to stick a ton of these all around the sunflower. So I probably should have made bigger petals. I'm gonna go make bigger petals. That way I'm gonna compare them with these petals to see if I should use these or the other petals. All right. See, with this, they're bigger petals. However, I can't make as many. So, you know, we'll see which one looks better. All right. Now compare these petals. Oh yeah, these are better. So I'm gonna have to make more of these. So I'll pick it back up when I make a lot more of these. All right, I got the front of the sunflower done. Just gotta put the back on the back because she has no back for her head. And then I'll be pretty much done for the sunflower's head from Garden Warfare. All right, I got the back to the sunflower's head. And just comparing her to the regular sunflower. Her name's Sunny, by the way. You'll see in the series once it comes out, you know, her name's Sunny. But yeah, it's just the comparison with the Garden Warfare sunflower to Sunny's. It's crazy. But yeah, I think next I have to make her stem. So I added her stem and I put cardboard. You could kind of see it right here in the light. I put cardboard in her head so it's all sturdy. Yeah. Next is her arms and then her leaves, and I'll be about done. Now I gotta do this twice. See how I'm gonna make her arms? I'm hoping that this is gonna work. I'm just gonna try to make it into a cone shape. It's kind of hard to see because I'm trying to let you guys see. Like this. That's how I make a cone shape. So now I just cut off the excess. Oh, that's choppy, that's choppy, that's choppy. Okay, that's good. And this is not exactly how I completely make a cone shape, because I still need to fix some taping so it's more secure. Okay. So yeah, now I have a cone shape, and this bottom I will add the, I don't know what it's called, but like what her hands look like. I'll pull up a picture right now. You can see her hands are kind of weird. I'm gonna try to add that. Yeah, I'm gonna make a second one and I'm gonna add her hands. So she's so happy. She's so happy. Now that she has arms and her little hands, I still need to give her leaves, but I'm almost done with making Garden Warfare Sunflower. So yeah.
She's a happy gal.
Alright, I finished making the Garden Warfare Sunflower. I'm gonna be completely honest, this is like 3 days after I recorded all the other parts. I just now added the leaves, like, all these days later. But hey, all that matters now is that I'm done and she looks nice. For a size comparison, this is Sunny, and then this is her compared to her big sister. And then this is the Garden Warfare Sunflower compared to the Garden Warfare Chomper. None of them can stand up, so you know.
There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn.